Hello my beautiful and lovely gamers, my name is Jonal and today we're gonna take a look at how to counter Moira as Genji. This was highly requested, both from people that are private coach, from the community, on my Twitch stream, everything. So we're gonna talk about that today. Now right before we start, I just want to give a shout out to Hake. Hake, of course, one of my old team members, a top 500 support main, and in general he helps me out a lot on this channel, record footage, get footage on, and he is the guy that I'm 1v1ing here on the background footage a lot. So I'm gonna give a shout out, link his YouTube down in the description. I would appreciate it if you guys check him out, he's a real dope guy. If you don't want to subscribe when he makes his montage, stuff like that, please drop a like and drop a nice comment to him telling he's awesome, because he really is. Now, with no further ado, let's just jump right into this. The first thing I want to explain is that you do not counter Moira at all as Genji. This is very similar to when we talk about Pharah or Winston. We do not counter this hero. The best way of dealing with her is killing the team around her. So for example, if the enemy team runs Moira Sen, kill the Sen. The Sen is super easy to kill. Kill the DPSs, kill the tanks, build Dragon Blade, right? And then focus on later on, or wait until your team starts focusing her, and then you can also focus her so you don't have to face her one-on-one. But of course, that's not what you guys are here for. You guys are here to what happens if I have to deal with her one-on-one for some reason, or how can I more effectively kill her if she is my target? Well, that's what we're going to take a look at. Now, very similar to a McCree, if you see him using his flash, or a Ana using her biotic grenade, which is a very good signal for you to, okay, now I can engage this hero. Moira has the exact same, just with her orbs. If you can make her use her orb or wait until she uses her orb, that's really great. That's a really good start-up point. And I will really recommend you to do that. If you can make her use her fade or wait until she uses her fade, that's good. But if not, it's okay. Of course, if you are forced to fight Moira with her orb, stay away from close confined spaces. Try to fight her, more in open areas, which you either have to fire the orb directly at you or straight down into the ground, but it's so that it can't just bounce off walls and consistently be targeting you or healing the Moira. A lot of people say that, the only way to deal with Moira is to burst her, and that's kinda true, but a lot of people, I think, do it wrong, and you need really good aim if you want to burst her the way that a lot of people do. And of course, bursting her works really well, especially if she doesn't have her orb. So let's just say that, you don't really engage her when she has her orb, you try to engage her only when she doesn't have it. So on the screen right now, you will see that, bursting her like a lot of people do is not the most optimal, okay? I'll dash the Moira to get close, because we can't win a poke war against the Moira. She has a lock-on weapon, we have our shurikens, which, Genji's damage output is the best close up with our right clicks. So that's when we want to face her. We don't want to face her at this distance where we have to, throw our left clicks and we're very inconsistent aim. So we dash to get close. And then we get her low. We melee, we throw right clicks, right? Then she uses fade away, and then she just moves away. We have to use time to find her, and by that time she will kill Sakuras. That's a small edge that she needs to kill us, because we can DPS output. If you're pretty good at aiming, this is not even close to very good aiming in the example that I show you on the screen. But still, if you're good at aiming, you can a lot of time even out the DPS output between you and Moira. But because you can fade, she a lot of time get that extra damage in that you don't, especially since her primary fire also heals herself. So yes, you can burst like this and use your dash to close the distance and do the 8 damage if she doesn't have fade, and especially if she doesn't have her orb. If she for some reason have used both of these, for example, she could dive by your Winston, and then she fades away and she drops her healing orb on herself, that can be a go-to for you to just dash her melee and then start to, spamming shurikens and beating her one-on-one. If she has her ability, this is not optimal. You a lot of time will get outplayed and killed. So this is the way that I find is the way more optimal one. So you want to hold your dash, as you can now see on the screen. I walk up to her. Hake knows where I am, since it's a 1v1. Normally you can get up to her without taking any damage, but anyway, you walk up to her, then you start using a secondary fire. As soon as she fades away, I locate her, and then I dash and melee to kill Sakur. And this works amazingly for 2 reasons. One, when I don't have my dash, she can fade and create this big disadvantage for me. Essentially because I fight a lock-on weapon, And it's harder for me to have high... I don't have high DPS output on a medium range with Genji. I have high DPS output close up. She can create this distance where she can with ease track and keep a consistent damage output, where our damage output would be very inconsistent when we're not close to her. Now, the second reason why this works so well is if I use my dash first. Let's say, okay, I can burst her with 80 HP immediately, right? That's dash and melee. That's 80 HP I remove, so then she's stuck with 120. Okay, I haven't really taken any damage at this point. Then I start using my secondary firearm, bringing her down to around 40 to 60 HP, right? Then she uses a fade. So in the worst case, I have to deal with 60 HP of left clicking, where a lot of the time she can just keep her mouse over me for a little bit over a second, and that will kill me. Now, if I just walk up to her, I will bring her down to 40, 60 HP again, right? And this will of course take longer time, leaving me with less HP, but because I have my dash, I can bring out that burst that she didn't think of, she didn't anticipate, or she can't really do anything about that, because I can miss shurikens on longer ranges. She can, spam crouch and do all her fancy strafing, and doing that I miss shurikens, I have uneasy or inconsistent damage output, and also lower damage output, but I won't miss my dash. I won't miss my dash combo. That's a consistent 80 damage, and it's a consistent burst. It's the highest burst that Genji can do is that initial dash combo that you can land onto, and that's a consistent burst that Genjis can do, and we take full advantage of this here by bringing her out of her comfort zone. Yes, it's gonna be a clutch fight a lot of the time, especially if she sees you before you manage to close the gap proper. As you can see here, I think I'm left with 5 HP against Hake when I finally kill him. But if you can get up close to her without her seeing you, and hopefully get off the first secondary fire burst, your first shots, without her kind of reacting to it, she have to turn around. A lot of time, this is the most optimal way to deal with a Moira one-on-one. Now, of course, you have your Dragon Blades, and when it comes to Dragon Blades, it's exactly the same as with a Mercy. Make sure you don't use your second dash before Moira uses a fade, right? It's kind of like an easy mode Mercy because you can't really chain her Guardian Angel. So what you want to do, you either dash to the Moira, you dash up into there, whatever, you walk up to the Moira, and then you pull your blade, you can cut her. Whenever she uses a fade, then you dash to her, and then you do the last securing cut. Or the 2 cuts if you didn't hit anything in the beginning. That's the thing, just make sure you don't use your dash before she uses her fade. A lot of time it's easy to just dash up close to her or something and blade her, and then just cut around, wait until she uses the fade, and then you just dash after, and then you kill secure that. I hope this video helped you guys out. If it did, then press like and dislike if you did, and subscribe if you're new and like what I do on this channel. And then I want to say thank you guys for the amazing support. We hit 5,600 subscribers, which is huge. The Twitch stream is way more active. We have over now 500 followers. I even have someone that's subscribing. Some people are even donating, which is like, I was like, whoa, I'm actually making some kind of money, and people actually want to subscribe on Twitch. The chat is active. Our Discord server is active. It's super amazing, guys. I want to say thank you for that, and welcome to all you new guys that are here. I hope you enjoy your stay. As always, guys, my name has been Jonal. Stay positive, guys, and keep the enemy in your crosshair.